Angel-6942 calling in. Angel-6942 calling in. Angel-6942 calling in. The date in human years is Friday. Friday the 24th of December 2021. And I have to report that since I fully regained my memories, I have come to realise that there must have been a fault in my creation. It is possible that because I was the last of the first generation of angels, the boss had run out of materials when he created me, and therefore that's why there's such a serious character flaw in me. Therefore, I request that I get recalled, or maybe banishment, or maybe you should have me destroyed.
Happy Stolen Pagan Festival Day! Oh, cheer up. You've been like this all week.
It's called Christmas. It's tomorrow and it's JC's birthday.
Well, technically that's debatable because, you know that storybook you have? What's that storybook called? It's written by loads of people. Sex and the City, no. 50 Shades of Grey. The Bible! That's it, the Bible. Yeah, so, in the Bible, it never actually mentions the date of JC's birth, you know. Though some scholars, or know-it-alls, reckon it might be sometime in January. But that clashes with the Howard sales. I mean, they had to move it. They had to move it, didn't they? So there was already an existing pagan festival that was very popular called the winter solstice. In that they mentioned something about the birth of the sun, not the sun, but the sun. Yeah, from a virgin goddess or universe. And you thought, oh, that sounds something we could use. So you lot nicked it. Yeah, nicked it. I mean, that's why there are 12 days of Christmas, isn't it? Because nobody's quite sure what the exact date of JC's birth is. So they thought, well, we'll just hedge our bet.
Look, it was the lemmings. It was the humans that came up with the dates. And anyway, it doesn't matter the exact date of when it happens, just as long as they celebrate and remember JC's birth and his message.
Well, I mean, they definitely remember his birth. His message, not so much so. I mean, now, this day is about a big fat man with a white beard giving out gifts. It's about spending money. It's about eating way too much. It's about getting blind drunk. It's about putting up decorations. It's about having the perfect table. It's about making it a special, perfect day because Christmas is about getting together, innit? Yeah. I mean, how many of the humans actually go to church on Christmas and how many stay in to watch the Queen's speech and the Strictly Christmas special, eh? Yeah. And what is the message exactly? I mean, have a baby by a man you're not married to and then give birth in the transport hub? Well, hello! Many a teenage girl got that message, eh?
Why are you telling me this? I thought you wanted me to cheer up.
Oh, sorry. It's the demon blood. I mean, it always gets me worked up on this day. I mean, forget about what I said. Tomorrow is a day of celebration for you guys. And for you. So cheer up.
But it's just another Corona Christmas, isn't it? But marred this time by the Omicron variant. I mean, it's just so miserable and depressing and confusing. So many countries have gone back into lockdown, and in the UK, theatres have had to shut their doors because audiences have just fallen off. Restaurants are facing ruin because so many people have cancelled their Christmas parties, and they don't know what to do for the new year because they don't know whether to order food or not because they're not quite sure if they're going to be locked down or not. Attractions have had to close or because there's not enough staff to staff them because they're all off with Omicron or Corona, maybe not Omicron, and Wales. Wales has made it illegal for people to go into work, and employers and employees face fines if they do go into work.
Well, in Wales it may be illegal to go to work, but they can still go out shopping. I mean, they can go to the pub. I mean, they can eat out. I mean, everything's better with chips.
Well, maybe not in Japan. I mean, apparently their McDonald's have run out of fries.
What? Because of Brexit?
Well, strangely enough, the BBC managed to slip Brexit into the end of this story, even though it's nothing to do with it whatsoever. No, the real reason is that because of COVID travel restrictions, there's been a shortage in the supply of semiconductors, and that's led to a shortage of supplies of fries. I presume they use the semiconductors to make the fries machine, which I suppose fry the fries, and then the central places where they make the McDonald's fry couldn't ship out enough fries to places like Japan. You know? For some reason, I feel like I've repeated this story somewhere else. Anyway, the universe is miserable.
Well, there is good news around the COVID front. Apparently, there are scientists who have come back with some proof saying that the Omicron variant is less harmful than the other variants and less likely to lead to hospitalisation. Though, I mean, a lot of people are still stressing and talking for lockdown. But anyway, but there is really good news. Apparently, the UK have come to a free trade deal with Australia. That's good news. That should cheer you up. Though, I mean, George Chan, you know, the human host, he was a bit disappointed when he realised it didn't mean he automatically got a date with Chris Hemsworth.
Trade and commerce only leads to conflict. For example, in Ghana, they introduced this e-commerce tax and it ended up in a physical brawl in their parliament.
Boy, you're in a really depressing mood today, aren't you? Oh, this should cheer you up, yeah? Yeah. Maybe you too as well, yeah. Right, now. In Norfolk, which is a place in the UK, in Norfolk, people found a seal pup, a baby seal, trapped in a hole. But rescuers spent 3 hours helping out and gradually they winched the baby seal out of the hole and then released him back on the beach and he went into freedom. That's good, isn't it? That's a really nice bit of news, isn't it? And all the rescuers were so happy that they all celebrated and they went out clubbing. Not that sort of clubbing, you know? Clubbing, not clubbing.
I'm a horrible, horrible
No, you're not. No. I mean, in the past you were a bit judgmental and obsessed. But I can see you've changed, haven't you? I hope.
I'm an awful, awful being. Too awful to be called an angel. Even too awful to be called a demon.
Thanks. I think.
You see, I remember everything. Everything. I remember George Chan, standing on the bank, looking at the river after he'd been bullied and locked out of church. And he was so hurt and upset and lost and lonely and confused, and he just wanted to end it all. He was thinking about just disappearing. And I was drawn to him. I was called to him. And I thought I'd help him. I'd help him out, make him see what he'd been losing. He'll be losing. I made him think about his parents and how they would feel if he went away, and how lonely he would feel if he had lost his parents, and how much hope there could be, and the warmth there would be for him when he went home eventually, and it wasn't hopeless. And George realised this, and he didn't want to jump, and he stepped back.
Well, that's fine then. What I don't understand is how...
But then I started thinking about how we needed to build a perfect world with perfect angels, a brand new world where situations like George Chan could never ever happen, because we would be controlling humans and making them do what they need to do to be kind to each other, and not to have awful thoughts about each other, and just remove all their choices, because that is what's the problem with humans. They have choice. They make the wrong choice, and if you always make people do the right things, then the world will be perfect. And people won't be unhappy because they didn't know better. And I knew at that point that we needed to start off with an empty human host, because we didn't know how to build the materials. Only the boss knew how to do that, but I didn't know the rest of it. And I looked at George Chan, and I saw how much pain he was in. And I was so adamant and fervent and believed so strongly in what I was doing and how we needed this cause to make things better. And so I pushed him in.
You what?